Okay, it's that time again when we tell you about our favorite books, with May being Mother's Day. This month has a bit of a Mother's Day theme. Here to help us out is friend of the show, podcast host Zibby Owens. Zibby, we love this conversation. And by the way, we always get so many people saying, oh, I wanted to get that book. Oh, I read that one. That's a good one. So get ready, people. You got some titles to write down. First up, For the Mom Who Needs a Drink, and which one doesn't?
Yes. Thanks for having me, Michaela. The Mom Who Needs a Drink, which is me after that technical screw up. 3 martini afternoons at the Ritz, The Rebellion of Sylvia Plath and Anne Sexton by Gail Crowther. This is amazing because it really tells the intimate story of how Sylvia and Anne's lives intersected, particularly at this one writing program, and the conversations they would have and the way that women were treated back then, especially women writers. So it's literary and fun and makes you want to like pick up a martini.
But also, by the way, in this sort of dual biography, the parallel lives that they kind of lived, right? They both had their challenges, their troubles. I think it must have been such a melding of the mind for the two of them. Okay, I don't want to point to a certain weather person who's very excited about the book, our next title, For a Mother of a Certain Age.
Yes, for a mother of a certain age, Tracy Cox, who is an international sex expert and author of 17 books, has written Great Sex Starts at 50. Age-proof your libido and transform your sex life. This has fantastic tips for anyone of all ages, but particularly women who might have looking for a new lease on life.
Well, I also like the idea of this. I have 2 points to sell. I think this book will sell itself, by the way. If you've got somebody that's turning 50, that's a great gift for a milestone birthday, I think. And then also, it's available in audiobook. So if you're taking a little road trip, this is a good one to get you, you know, entertained, I guess is the word.
You might not want to give this to your mom, but maybe to a girlfriend.
Maybe not. You know, the next one, for the mom that's going through that, should I, shouldn't I have a second child debate?
Yes, this is a super interesting book by Lynn Berger, Second Thoughts on Having and Being a Second Child. And she really dug deep into all the research on second children, birth order, and her own experience mixed in. So it was a really interesting topic, one that not many books really focus on.
And I like the idea of also examining the notion of being a second child, right? That birth order thing, that's real.
What number are you?
Well, it's complicated. I'm adopted. Depending on, I'm 2, sometimes I'm 4, sometimes I'm 6. It's like there's a lot of, the numbers are very fluid in our house. All right.
Sounds like a book, Michaela.
Honey, at some point I will be on your list. I don't know when, but some point. There are a lot of moms I know, especially in our studio, that love to cook, and this is always a good idea for Mother's Day. You've got 3 different titles for us.
Yes, so many great books to choose from for cooking. Julia Turshen wrote a beautiful book called Simply Julia. The recipes are easy to make, but also she incorporates a lot of stuff about body image and her own relationship with food, which I think made it even more interesting than just recipes. Then there's a farm series of books by Sabella Van Kemp, who founded a store called Loaves and Fishes. And this is a beautiful gift. All the spines in all different colors, local farmers, organic produce. This is like back to nature, farm to table, and a perfect thing to give, especially.
I was going to say you could buy one every like special occasion until they get the whole set. That would be kind of fun.
And you should do like, a book of the month or something for a year.
Exactly.
You don't get the whole set, just one at a time. And then there's another one. It's not a cookbook per se, but it's about food by Tung Nguyen and Lynn Nguyen. It's called Mangoes and Peppercorns. And this is also fantastic because it's about a small Vietnamese restaurant and an immigrant story. It's also a relationship between 2 women who co-parent but aren't in a relationship. Wow. And it's about how you can overcome anything. And it includes lots of recipes.
Well, I think that food is such an intersection of everything: culture, identity, family, self-expression, right? History, like it all comes together. I think this is a great gift. Mango and Peppercorns. And then, can I add a book? Because we actually just had her on the other day. Because I think we're both on the same wave with this. Brooke Baldwin, my friend and colleague, wrote Huddled, the importance of sisterhood, the importance of looking at how we women have historically supported one another, how we can continue to do that, link arms, stand together in the struggle.
Yes, and why the sharp elbows? Women should get together and team up the way that men have historically done so much. And she has so many great examples and case studies and her own life experience. And it's fantastic, entertaining, inspiring, and, as I said, Michaela, you and I are having our own little
We're having
huddle
our
here.
huddle across Zoom. Look, I've always said it that, guys may have it on the golf course or in the barber shop. We can do it in the hair salons, in the kitchens, with a bottle of champagne, whatever, sitting around with a bunch of books. We have our own way of finding tribe. It's so important, and I'm so glad I'm part of yours, girl. I really am.
Oh, you too.
Zibby, your podcast, by the way, for any of you that love a podcast, raise your hand. Moms Don't Have Time to Read. You can check it out. It's a great podcast. She is such a terrific person. We'll see you again next month, and we'll talk more books. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Happy early Mother's Day.
You too, darling. You too as well. Thank you so much.